Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ahead of the Curve. I've got with me Mr. Bo Gill.
Hello.
I'm David Thomas. We're here today to talk about part 2 of our animal control issues. And Bo, as we were talking last time, there's a lot of things happening with animal control, and things are just overrun right now. And I got some information for us to look at. Other issue that we've already talked about, Bo.
Yes, we have.
Last week we talked about our animal control problems. This is going to be part 2 of that. Animal control has been overloaded, the city and the county. We talked about that last time.
Yeah, much overloaded. I mean, as I tell you, I listen sometimes to the local police scanner, and they're on there, and they get so many more calls than they used to. I mean, they're constantly running, and with the limited officers on the ground, I can imagine and then the storage capability. I mean, there's so many things that go on.
I don't know what the kennels hold, but I can give you some numbers I got. Bedford County animal control alone. Now, this is just for the county.
For the county.
This is not for the city.
Right.
The city has its own set of numbers.
They do.
But these are the numbers that are in the county. They were gracious enough to give these to me, and this runs from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th of 2022. So for the fiscal year 21-22, these are the numbers. Adoptions and rescues, they had 588 animals adopted or rescued, which that's great. That means
great.
that somebody's taking animals and somebody's trying to take care of them.
588.
588. Okay, there were, let's see, dogs, puppies, cats, and kittens all mixed into that, which the largest amount of adoptions were cats, which that's surprising to me.
Well, I don't know. I've got a daughter, so I mean, she's always like every few months wanted a cat. So.
Right. All right, so animal intakes, animals that were actually brought to animal control and put in a kennel, 698.
Wow.
Okay. Number of calls where somebody actually called because they were bitten, there's welfare issues with animals, or animals just running at large, or strays, which running at large and strays, you might can interpret that to be the same thing, but it's not. They have that category. There were 399 calls.
These are the ones they catch. These are
this is the ones that people have actually picked up the phone and made a call to them. All right, so that's the actual amount of traffic they have for their officers to go and check on and report on a reported case. All right, that's not up to the 698 of the intakes, so you've got double the amount of intakes that our animal control officers are just finding on their own, I guess, or who knows how it is. But the bottom line to this is absolutely too much for Bedford County. And when you throw the city on it, I bet you the city's more than this.
I guarantee you. And then not to mention, you know, when you have these farms sometimes that are hit with multiple, and they have to put them somewhere with an already overloaded storage or kennel area, you know, this is creating problems. And I don't know if they've talked about what can be done about, you know, kind of regrouping this to...
Well, the only thing I think that can be done, Bo, is the citizens of Bedford County got to be more responsible.
Well, that's true. This is something that could be taken care of on its own if the citizens were more responsible and did the right procedure.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but this is decency. All right. If you buy a dog or a cat, or get a dog and a cat, and you decide you don't want that dog or cat, find another owner. Don't turn this dog loose. No. Don't go dump this dog on the other side of the county
I don't
expect
get that.
somebody else. This is like you drive up and down the road on my street, on my road, Highway 130, and go down through there and look at the trash that's thrown out. This is worse than litter in the trash.
Yeah.
But this you're putting live animals that need to be taken care of out on their own into the wild. All right, this is a decency issue.
Yeah, that's right. It is. It is, and we, you know, I don't know how, besides just penalizing people, it's hard to catch them when they do that. It's decency. It's common decency, and it's just, a lot of things, you know, you just shake your head because you don't really have nothing to say. But this is something that we can prevent, and this is something that if we can get responsible about it, and if we can't take care of these animals, if we're getting too much, then there's responsible ways to get rid of them. There are, but there's some people that just throw them away. I mean, if you could call, your local resources, even though they're packed, I guarantee you they're going to help you.
I think
they don't turn you away.
I think that animal control would tell you, find somebody, get these dogs a safe home. Don't call us; we're overloaded.
They would rather, yes, but I guarantee you they won't turn anything down because they're probably.
No, they can't. They got to. I mean, everybody up there that's working has a heart for animals.
That's right.
And they're not going to do it. There's other organizations that we know of. You got New Destiny. You got other adoption agencies. They're around. They take a lot of that flack from.
They do.
Not flack, but they take a lot of the overrun and some of the traffic away from animal control. But they work in conjunction with animal control.
They sure do, and I've noticed some of those. I've seen some of those homes. Those people that have parts of their house dedicated to. It's like an additional sanctuary for those animals.
Yeah.
And it's through the animal control. So kudos to them, for sacrificing something for those animals, because it takes a heart. It's a loving person to take in animals like that, and you got to respect it.
Well, on this intake, these 399 calls, 174 animals running at large in the county. Okay, now I could easily see how a dog's going to get lost from time to time. I had one, and he got lost all the time. He ended up in the top of a barn one time, but I had to go get him down. I didn't call animal control to go find my dog. I tried to do it myself.
I think he has superpowers.
But you look, and you got 105 strays. That means somebody's dumped this dog out. Nobody knows who it belongs to, and it's out of its territory. I wouldn't doubt that we don't have people coming into this county just dropping dogs out. And we probably got people that live here to go to other counties and drop dogs out.
We've also got people that come and find their.
This is ridiculous.
It is. But there's, they do. I've heard of a lot of good stories about where, the animal control have found it and the people go look for it and they've got their dog there. I bet you that happens a lot too. But I mean, that's good for the animal control to get them off the street. But the majority of these are irresponsible people that need to just wake up and have a heart and
The bottom line to this, us talking about this, we can do better. Just be a decent person. If you got a dog you can't take care of the dog as best you can until you can find another place for it.
And if you can't take care of a dog, don't get a dog.
Exactly.
Just don't get a dog.
Yeah, exactly. Or a cat, or whatever it is.
Maybe start small steps. Start with a hamster or something.
Let's don't even do hamsters. Let's just, be decent people. We ain't gonna
take
care.
That could be a hamster problem?
I mean, if we can't afford to feed our children, we don't need a dog. And I've seen situations like that where it's a struggle to put groceries on the table. You go buy a dog.
Oh, that's very.
That is don't make any sense to me.
It's
at all.
Yeah,
but it's there.
That's a whole nother. Yeah, it's there, and it's true, and it's a problem.
Yeah.
But I think that we could work together and make this not so much of a burden on these, because that's the last thing we want to do is have taxes potentially raised because of irresponsibility of a simple task of taking care of an animal.
Well, we use social media for a lot of things. We put pictures of our kids on there, and that's great. We put pictures of our dogs on there and our cats.
Sandwiches.
And I've seen people take a picture of just some of the craziest stuff and put on there and use it to get word out for something that they want to be, look at this or whatever.
Yes.
Why don't you do this? Take a picture of yourself, hold your hand up, and put on there, I will take a dog or a cat if you're ready to get rid of one. And volunteer up front. Hey, I'll take a dog or a cat. Let people know. Put it on Facebook. You're putting everything else on Facebook.
Yeah,
might as well put that too.
And be ready. Yeah, and be ready for it.
Yeah, because there's people out there right now looking to dump an animal.
Yeah.
Don't dump it.
Don't dump it.
Look for somebody to take control and take care of that animal. And guys, that's all we got today. Bo, thanks again.
No problem.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back real soon with part 3 of this. And look for us real soon. Thanks.